Thank you so much for attending my presentation on the anatomy of an Iron Valiant sweep. And before we talk about that, you need to learn a little bit about Iron Valiant itself, which, by the way, is completely outclassed by Fluttermane and other fairy-type paradox Pokemon that's better in every goddamn fucking way. There's no reason for them to do that. Game Freak is insane. Anyways, Iron Valiant's offenses are extremely strong. 130, 120 is very good, along with 116, which can be buffed up by a boost energy, giving it what is essentially a choice card without the choice. Really, really good. It can boost both physically and specially with Source Answer Calm Mind respectively, and it also has Terra to work with, which can make its already deadly attack stronger or give it more defensive purpose and can let it take on more attacks. The first step of an Iron Valiant sweep is the setup. Iron Valiant switches into a passive mon like Garganacl, click Source Answer Calm Mind, and all of a sudden your opponent is in trouble and they know it. You know, maybe they switch around trying to deal with some stuff, but it doesn't really matter because guess what? You're going to be taking a knockout, right? And then you tear out a revenge kill. Maybe they send out their Dragonite, they're like, alright, fine. It's a little threatening, I'll click extreme speed a couple times and it'll be okay. Oops, your Terra Steel, and it doesn't fucking matter anyways, because it's looking great for you. Cool, Valiant takes another KO, and at this point your opponent might just forfeit. They're like, I'm done, this is bullshit, this Pokemon should be banned. You know, they say bad games at the chat and they're done. It's happened to me countless times. But if they have a King Gambit, if they have their Terra, the final showdown will commence. They bring out their King Gambit, and oh man, it's a Terra 50-50. Who's gonna win, right? You're like, all right, they can Terra Flying or Terra Fairy or whatever out of this fighting weakness, but are they going to do it? Or they're like, oh, you know, are they going to call it? Maybe you're special, and they're like, oh, I have Aura Sphere, but, you know, I think they're Terra Flying, right? Their team is like, oh, it's probably Terra Flying King Gambit. I can call it with Thunderbolt, just win the game on the spot, but if I miss, then they have their 5 Fallen Allies King Gambit ready to just try and reverse sweep my entire team, and no matter what happens, the game will, of course, end, right? You know, neither player is going to learn anything from that. The Iron Valiant player didn't think. The other player either got the 50-50 right or wrong, and, you know, no one's happy. Well, okay, I'm happy because I just get to sit there at midnight and clicking all my buttons, and I have a great time, but, you know, my opponents don't whenever I play Iron Valiant, and truly, that is one of the most beautiful things in Pokemon right now. Thank you so much for watching.